Now let's look at Pakistan, the South Asian nation known for its financial mismanagement. A new report came out today showing the country's latest borrowing spree. In 45 days, the Pakistani government borrowed 3.2 trillion rupees. That's about $11.5 billion at today's exchange rate. And this wasn't some giant loan that Pakistan got from its usual array of global lenders. No, Pakistan borrowed this money domestically at exorbitant interest rates. Let me break this down further. Between May 15th and June 28th this year, Pakistan went to town. They reached out to local banks and they picked up about $11.5 billion. That's about $250 million a day on average. The amount is absurd because it's almost the exact amount that Pakistan borrowed in the past, in the financial year ending 2023. But that was over an entire year. The recent borrowing spree took place in just 45 days, more than $11 billion in 45 days. It shows just how dire their financial situation is. And the dates are important to note. Pakistan borrowed this money after mid-May, after they had already declared their expenses for the last financial year. This means that the fresh loans that the government took will not be registered for a while, not until the middle of 2025. Basically, this was an accounting trick done to mislead the public and, of course, Pakistan's endless list of creditors. It seems Islamabad does not want the world to know just how indebted it really is. And it gets worse. Pakistan hasn't just been borrowing from banks, it has also tapped the bond market. Some of you might know what a treasury bill is. For those who don't, it's a type of a government bond. An investor lends the government money for a short period of time. It's usually 3 or 6 or 12 months. And after that point, you get the money back with interest. Almost every country, every government issues bonds and treasury bills when it needs money. It's a common practice. But Pakistan is on a completely different level. Let's compare Pakistani treasury bill returns with those in India. Look at the numbers. Pakistan's average yield is about 20% compared to about 5% in India. So Islamabad borrows money at 4 times the price that New Delhi does. For all the investors out there, it's best to not get any ideas. There's a reason Pakistan offers such a premium on its bonds. It's partly because the government is desperate for money. And most people don't want to lend them any. But that's just one reason. The other is because their currency is very volatile. The Pakistani rupee is worth almost half of what it was 3 years ago, half the value. In June 2021, the exchange rate was about 160 Pakistani rupees to a dollar. Today, it's about 280 to a dollar. So who knows when the currency will go belly up again. That is why Pakistan borrows at such ridiculously high rates. And this has far-reaching consequences. A few days ago, Pakistan released its budget for the next financial year, and it was a brutal budget. They plan to increase tax revenue collection by over 40%, 40. It's unprecedented. And the tax hikes will be borne by ordinary citizens. These were the reports from Pakistan today. They're seeking a new loan from the IMF, the International Monetary Fund. The IMF wants the country to raise taxes further, this time on agricultural income. The tax rate could go up to 45%. And it seems that Islamabad has accepted this. It is willing to tax its citizens to such an extent for an IMF loan, a $6 billion IMF loan. That's about half of what Pakistan borrowed in May and June, in those hectic 45 days. This is the perfect example of economic mismanagement, and the citizens will be paying the price for years to come.
Across continents, one powerful news source.
Bringing you diverse perspectives on the issues that matter.
We go beyond the boundaries to give you that little extra about every sporting moment.
So thank you for making Firstpost 5 million strong. We're counting on your support, and you can trust us to bring you the news unfiltered and unvarnished.
As the world warms, nature's sentinels will rise. As a billion hands will dig deep to write a new future for our planet.
On the show today, the T20 World Cup bandwagon has moved across to the West Indies. What can we expect